Hey, you guys. Oh my goodness. So much going on in the world today. Sorry I haven't been active. I got really sick in August um, due to some circumstances out of my control. But I am back and feeling much better now. So I just wanted to touch on a few things today. Is I don't really watch the news much, but um, it's all over Facebook with the whole tax thing. You know what I find funny is that people who make like the least amount of money tend to actually pay more in taxes. So not only does your income get taxed, but your purchases get taxed, money given to you gets taxed. Everything is taxed on taxes. Sometimes you have to pay taxes on your house and taxes on your car and taxes on your land and taxes for this and taxes for that. You have to pay taxes to pay bills. You have to, it's ridiculous. And when you really sit back and think about it, the majority of the money that we make, we pay it back in taxes. Like, on average, let's just use 10%, okay? If you go to Walmart and you spend $100, right, you're going to pay 110. 10 of that, right, is taxes at 10% tax. Okay. So you do that once a month for your basic necessities. That's $120 that you have now paid in taxes just to buy basic necessities, say shampoo, toothpaste, body wash, deodorant, toilet paper. Okay. These are basic necessities that they tax us on. Not only that, but before you even get to the store, before you even get paid and get any money, all of the work that you have put in, okay, has been taxed. The money you made was taxed, and that was a 10% tax. So you make $15 an hour, or you know what? Let's make it super easy. $10 an hour. All right. You work 40 hours a week. That's 400. That's $1,600. Okay. $1,600 a month. You get taxed on that. So that's $160, 10%, right? So $1,600 minus 160 is what? 1440. Okay. 1440. So 120, right? Oh wait, $40. So if you're spending 100 a week or 100 a month, then that's another $10. So that 100 a month in your supplies, so that's now not just 160 but $170. And that's only for the 100. That doesn't count anything else. So 100 and $180 a month. Just basic. Just paycheck because you're making 1,600, all right? I think I went around the bush a little bit on the numbers. Hold on. Making 1,600, right, a month. On a $10 an hour job at 40 hours a week. That's $1,600 minus your taxes. $1,440. Okay, because your tax is going to be 10%. Everything's going to be 10% right now. All right, so $1,440 minus the $10 in taxes that you pay for your basic supplies. $1,430 left, right? Now, you think the gas that you put in your car, okay, that's taxed. So the number that's on the sign, the number that's on the sign is not what what the gas actually costs. The majority of that is actually tax, right? So, okay, when you pay your phone bill, okay, you have your phone bill, then you have taxes. And those taxes, you have the government, you have, and it, like, usually there's like 4 or 5 lines of taxes. There's lots of taxes, right? So then you're paying taxes on your phone. You pay taxes on everything you buy, all right? So if you spend on average out of the $1,430 you have left from your 1600 before, or well, we'll say even 1330 because you spent 100 on basic supplies. Now you have rent. Okay, how much is your rent? We'll go with 600 for a 1 bedroom, 1 bath apartment at averages. 600. So now you have $730. Your phone bill, $100 average. All right, 530. But you're paying taxes on all of this stuff, right? Now, at the end of the year, when tax season comes up, and you go into H&R Block or whatever you do, however you do your taxes, they add up all this money you made. They give you a deduction, and depending on how you do it, or if you do it itemized, it's a lot different process. But they give you a standard deduction usually, right? Which gives you some of the money back. But I guarantee you, unless you have a kid, right, you're not going to get back more than $1,000. If that. I guarantee you spent more than $1,000 in taxes. You know why? Because that 160, right? 160 times 12. Yeah. So it's going to be, well, even if it was just 100, that's 1,200. 6 times 12 is what? 72. So 720, 1,200, almost $2,000 in taxes. So you've paid almost $2,000 in taxes just to get a check, just to work. You paid the government so that you could work. That doesn't make sense. On top of it, they don't allow you to grow your own food in most places. They don't allow you to raise your own meat. They put restrictions on hunting, which is the ability to harvest your own food from the land, really, if you think about it. Even fishing. They put all these laws in place, right? So the system is set up for you to fail. Some of us know this, some of us deny this, whether we care to admit it or not. I think we all really know it. But, I mean, come on. Where do we say enough is enough? Where do we say you can no longer continuously take our money? Now it would be different if the rich were paying what their fair share was, right? So if there was a flat tax and everybody wants to complain about like global or the not global healthcare, all-inclusive healthcare, where everybody gets it, global healthcare. So they complain about it because they say, oh, well then, we're going to have higher taxes. You're already paying a shit ton in taxes. Do you not realize that? You're paying probably 1 month's salary in taxes every year. You're getting back, unless you have like 2 or 3 kids, and you still are only getting back what you paid in taxes, more than likely. You work your ass off so that you can pay them, so that you can pay them, so that you can buy stuff and still pay them. Like if they did away with sales tax and taxed income at a base rate of 15%, regardless of your income, they could afford to not only lower the debt, they could afford health care for all. They could afford better schools. They could afford better Planned Parenthood. If they cut their military budget by at least half, come on. When are we going to wake up and realize that they're not out to help us? Realize that. If they really wanted to do it, why is it that we are one of the only countries in the entire world that doesn't have the healthcare set up to where you don't have to worry about it? Universal. There it is. Universal healthcare. The term eluded me. Nobody should have to worry about that shit. that's basic in the day and age that we're in. You know what, 600 years ago? No. But now we have the medication, we have the resources, we have the knowledge, we have the science. There's no reason why these people should be going through fucking debt and putting themselves into debt to stay healthy. And a lot of the reason why a lot of these people are unhealthy is because of the way the food system has been set up by the government. Because everything's been set up so that you have to send your kids to school, so that you go to work and do all this other bullshit. But I concur. You know, it's sad. It's really, really fucking sad that this hamster wheel, it continues to turn. You know, why is it that these rich ass motherfuckers barely pay anything? They barely pay anything in taxes, but they make way more than any of us. They make more than any of us, and they pay less than anyone. 90% of the time, these people are paying, even if it's not in dollar amount, percentage wise, I guarantee you it's dramatically less. Think about it. Don't be blind. Don't be led by sheep. Don't be led by a wolf. Think for yourself. Look at the fucking numbers. The stimulus packages. They're pulling money out of thin air. It's not real. We're going to crash, people. Crash and burn. Your money. Think about where your money's going. Are your roads better? Are your schools better? How does that benefit you for them to continuously get this tax for money from you? Anyway, you can't prosper if you allow yourself to be stepped on.